Hello, everybody. My name is Dieter Bohn. I write for TheVerge.com, and I'm holding an Android phone, a Nexus 6P, in my hand, and it is running the new version of Android. It's called Android N. N stands for, I don't know, Nutella, new, some kind of dessert. We don't know yet. They're not telling us. But it was a huge surprise. We weren't expecting Google to release it this early. Usually they wait a little bit longer. And so anybody can go, if they have a Nexus phone, and install it just by signing up for the beta program. You just go to, it's like g.co/Android beta. But I should tell you that you should install it on your main phone because it's a very early preview and it's a little bit buggy. But it has a whole bunch of stuff that I'm really excited about. So I'm going to show you here. I'm going to try and not have my hand shake a whole ton. The most important thing that's new, you know that they've got this multitasking button. And first of all, look how fast that animation is. It's way faster. But you can hold your finger down on this thing, drag it up to this little area on the top, and ta-da, you are multitasking two apps at once. And you'll notice that this top app is actually just Twitter. So developers might not have to update their apps for it to work with multitasking. You can see you can adjust the size here, and it also works in landscape mode. This one won't let me adjust, but other apps might or wouldn't let me on the tablet. And then you can switch which app you've got over on the other side, and you can even hold down your finger on it to get out of multitasking or jump back into multitasking. It works really well. So that's coming. That's really exciting. This is something that's been on the iPad for a while now, and it was really dumb that Android didn't do it, but now it does. It's super good. So Google also has better notifications. So there's a few things that are different here. The first is that there's a bunch of these toggles up on the top. So they just show as soon as you bring down the notification shade, which is great. And so you can turn Wi-Fi off and on, or you can expand it further to get the rest of the quick settings. And for the first time, you can scroll through here and you can actually edit it so that you can, move stuff around to where you want it to be. So I can take that, drag it out, move location way up to the top, and then when I'm done, it's all where I just put that stuff, which is pretty great. You can also, like if you tap on battery, it shows battery right there. And one of the new features inside Android N is it should have better battery life yet again because it can shut stuff down when the screen is off. There's less crap running in the background all the time. So that's really great. Another thing I can show you is that you go into settings, and all of these settings show you a lot more information. So you can see what Wi-Fi network we're on, that Bluetooth is off, and they even put like suggested settings, like, you really should turn on a passcode or a fingerprint lock here, buddy. So that's cool. There's a redundant app drawer if you care about redundant things. I don't know. There's also a new feature called Data Saver. So you turn this thing on, and it will not let apps download a whole lot of data over a cellular network, which is great if, sometimes you just have a rogue app that you forgot was allowed to use cellular and it just downloads a ton of data. And you can also go in and, like whitelist certain apps so that they can just use as much data as they want over cellular. And then when you, exit out of that, Data Saver's on right now. There's a little icon up in the menu bar. And you can also just turn it off in the settings. So if I go back into settings, it lets me know that it's on, and I can just turn it off. It's pretty neat. So there's a few other things, here and there in the corners, but the big deal is multitasking. And I also think the big deal is that it's just way faster, like radically faster. Notifications have more information on them. There's a bunch of stuff around the corners. Now, I will say that I know that there's going to be way more coming. If I had to guess, I'd say this is like, I don't know, a third of the new features that are coming in Android, but this is just the stuff that Google's putting out now so that developers can play around with it, make sure their apps are compatible with it, and tell Google what's broken so that they can fix it. And there is a lot that's broken. There's bugs and crashes all over the place. But I've never seen a preview of an OS this early that's worked this well. So I think it's going to mean really good things for the next version of Android. And hopefully the fact that they're releasing it so early means that people that use a Samsung phone or an LG phone or whatever might actually have a shot at getting an operating system update in a reasonable amount of time instead of waiting 8 months or whatever. So that's kind of what I have to say about the Android N update. I don't know what else we might talk about. You can block calls and block spammers in the call thing. That's system wide. It's not just part of the Google Dialer anymore. Obviously, I haven't gotten any calls on this phone yet because it's my development phone. But you know that works. That's cool. Just lots of little changes all over the place. I don't know. Anything you want to know, Kirsten? She's short. Well, I will tell you that we've written a lot more about this at TheVerge.com, and we will continue to write more about this at TheVerge.com. So please head over and check us out there, and we've got more tech videos on YouTube too. So thanks for watching.